Hi, so today I'm going to talk about the fourth role of HR professional and also the last role in my definition, which is about being a process and technology expert. In the previous videos, actually, I've covered three different roles. So we talked about HR as a strategic partner, we talked about HR as a change agent, and we talked about HR as a talent champion. So in the last video, we are going to cover process and technology expert. And do watch the entire video because in the last segment I have a surprise package for you. I'm also going to talk about the fifth role of HR, which kind of overrides or is an umbrella which is supposed to be done by any HR professional in any company in any part of the world. So do listen to that and watch the entire video. So talking about the role of HR as a process and technology expert, there are three pieces where the role falls into. First one is actually about design and managing of HR processes. And what is a process? A process actually is a very simple framework or the guideline in which a company operates. So think about a leave policy for a company. Think about a maternity policy for a company. Or let's say think about a travel policy for the company. In current times, let's think about the work from home policy. So every company will have a definition of framework or the guidelines in which a company operates. And most of those policies, the design of that from a HR perspective or for the people of the company is led by the HR department. Interestingly, I've seen a lot of companies are now moving away from this concept of being policy driven. A lot of companies are also looking at being more guideline or principle driven. And how do we explain that? So for example, if you have an accident policy, the policy would mention that there is a certain coverage for an employee in case unfortunately the person meets with an accident. A policy can be really restrictive. A policy will make you think that the person could be given a certain compensation through the policy of a certain amount only. That is a policy. But the moment you talk about being principle based, you are saying I am more guideline driven, I will be more situational, and I will really look at understanding how the individual can be helped. So the guideline or the principle would give you some sort of agility to look at the whole situation very differently. Here, there would be some scope of exceptions where you will look at supporting the employee maybe slightly beyond the policy. So this whole concept of driving policies, processes, principle-based policies and processes rests with the HR department. So this is the first element of being a process and technology expert. The second piece is actually about HR technologies. The whole world is today talking about Industrial Revolution 4.0. And Industrial Revolution 4.0 is about how the whole digital landscape, how the whole digital piece is going to change our lives. And HR is not going to be any different from this. There are a lot of processes in HR which will get digitized. So in most of the companies going forward, or even today, even now, you will have a HR technology expert who would lead these processes and make sure that all the processes that we have, starting from recruitment or onboarding to moving to performance management, to any of the processes you could think of which could be digitized in the employee life cycle, will get technology driven going forward. So a lot of companies already have HR technology softwares, something like a SAP SuccessFactors or a PeopleSoft or the local softwares to run HR processes. That's HR technologies. And the whole world is changing. Now today we are talking about machine learning, we are talking about artificial intelligence or AI as we call it. A lot of processes going forward will move to those kind of platforms. So think about your recruitment. There are AI tools available, there are machine learning tools available in the market where interviews on telephone can be done by a robot. Or think about a chatbot. Today, a lot of us use Zomato and Swiggy, right? So when our order doesn't come on time, we immediately go on the app and we ask the question. And we all know the person who's answering on the other side is not a human being. The person answering the question on the other side is actually a robot. That's a chatbot. And similarly, those chatbots will get introduced in HR domain. So if I as an employee have a question around asking HR that how many leaves are there, what kind of a leave balance do I have, how many leaves can I take in a year, or if I have a question around any policy which I'm not able to understand, this AI tool or this chatbot will actually respond to me. Interesting, right? So a lot of things will get digitized when we talk about HR, and this is going to be the future. This is definitely going to be the future. So that HR technology, bringing that whole landscape, the thought process in HR processes, digitizing it is going to be a big role of HR professional. And last but not the least, we all have heard about HR outsourcing. We all have heard about this term called gig economy. And what exactly it is about what are those repetitive processes? What are those systems which the company will eventually look at outsourcing, look at doing it in a much more efficient way? Why would you ask your HR professional in the company to lead certain processes which can be very, very repetitive? They may not be value adding. For example, payroll. Payroll is a very simple process which a lot of companies look at outsourcing, right? So, and there could be many more in the coming future. So gig economy, or let's say talk about removing that non-value adding processes from the systems, is going to be one big piece of HR process champion or HR process and technology expert. So just a quick recap. So I talked about three things. I talked about HR managing processes, HR managing technologies, and HR outsourcing, processes which can be simplified, processes which can be sent out of the company so that you are more efficient. These three roles will definitely play a big impact and big role on the company as a whole. And now coming to the surprise role, the one which I strongly believe in, which I think every HR person should strongly believe in, is about being the conscious keeper of the company. हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं कि HR का ये जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है. It is a birthright of every HR professional to intervene and be the conscious keeper of the company in any business decision where a person or people's interest is to be brought on the table. If there is a situation where you feel an employee is actually not going to get a fair deal in a business decision, or any people implications which could have a long-term impact on the business, HR has to bring it on the table. HR has to be the conscious keeper of the company. If there is something wrong happening in the company which comes to your notice, it is something which you will have to bring on the table. It's a tough role. It's not an easy role. It will lead to a lot of arguments. It will lead to a lot of discontent. But that's how life is. That's how the life of a HR professional is. And if you are a HR professional, be geared to take on that role. That is going to differentiate anybody from any other person in terms of taking up the role of HR. Being conscious keeper is going to be a big role for HR. In my next video, I am going to switch gears and talk about something even more interesting. So in the last 4 videos, we talked about role of HR. Next video is going to be about what are some of those qualities which you can imbibe, which make you a great HR professional. And in this video, I'm going to talk about my experiences of seeing some of the best HR leaders I got an opportunity to work with in my career. And I'll try to share some of my summaries on what I've observed and what are the things which kind of make people successful in HR as a function. So with that, signing off for the day. Thank you so much. Have a great day.